Rebel soul child, got a fist balled. I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed, They are not him, tell him fess up.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be speaking about if I think Conor McGregor should retire from MMA. Of course, I don't think he should retire. I think he's a great fighter, and I think he has the ability to get back into the top 5. I don't think he's going to win a title again. However, he's too inactive. He fights once every couple of years. Even if he wins or if he loses, he needs to change that if he has any hope of spending the next 3 or 4 years getting back into the top 5, because it's not going to be easy. There's so much great competition and A-level performers now going into the top 5. And guess what? They're younger than he is, and they're more hungry than he is. They don't have the millions of pounds sitting in the bank account like he does. He can wake up and decide not to do cage fighting ever again, and nothing will happen to him. He's got a billion pound whiskey industry. He's sorted. So has he also lost the hunger as well, lost the ability to take hits? What I would like to see happen with Conor is that he does have 3 fights a year like he used to. In his reign between 2016 to 2018, this guy fought all the time. But then when he became too big, he didn't do it anymore. It's just so frustrating, you know, when you've got this guy who's got so much talent. Like, his left hand is from the multiverse. It's crazy what his left hand can do. It's crazy the way he picked apart Eddie Alvarez. And then he managed to get a win back against Nate Diaz. And look how he beat Dustin Poirier the first time and Max Holloway. And that prime of his life when he was so active and he wants to become champion. He needs to get that hunger back, otherwise he's never going to get back into the top 5. Now there's 2 fights to me that make sense. So he's 33. Most UFC fighters probably go until they're around 40. Some people like Teixeira look better when they're 40 than what they did when they were younger. But the thing is with Conor, I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't. There's only 2 fights that make sense to me here. The first one is being he has another fight with Dustin Poirier, and the only reason I say that, I know a lot of people won't agree with that, is because his leg snapped in half, not his leg, his ankle snapped in half, right? That's not a fair fight. Even if Dustin Poirier was going to win that fight or was winning that round, we don't know what could have happened. You know what cage fighting is like, you know what the UFC is like. It could take 2 seconds to knock someone out with 1 punch. My go-to fight, for an example, is Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva, if you've seen it, then you already know what I'm going on about. Chael Sonnen was winning that, dominated it, wrestled the fuck out of Anderson. He couldn't do nothing, he just laid there and took damage the whole time. Then look what happened in the last round, in the last minute. So we wouldn't have known what would happen. So to make that fight again makes sense. It only makes sense to make that fight again. And quite frankly, there's only another fight that I can see Conor wanting and doing, and that is to fight Nate Diaz in a trilogy fight. That is the only fight that would make sense properly. But if it was me, I would like to retire on that fight. That would be my leaving the UFC fight. But hey, listen, I really hope he doesn't retire. I hope he stays there I think he's only going to be here for another 4 years at most, because he doesn't really need the money. So it's kind of, you know, before he was doing it to make the money for his family and to make sure that his kids had money and his kids' kids had money, but he's got that now and he doesn't even need the cage fighting to do that anymore. He still hasn't had a fight before, but Dustin Poirier hadn't had a fight for almost 3 years, and he was still the most paid athlete of 2020 and 2021. You know what I mean? So, listen guys, thank you so much for the support that I've been getting and the views on the previous videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below if you disagree with anything that I'm saying, and I'll see you in the next video.
They are not him, tell him fess up. I get check stub, hella carefree, nothing scares me, hella reckless.